welcome back to Relentless Talk Radio. This is episode 84. It's the Choose Life episode. And I am here with Angela Gordon. Angela has a company called Nourish and Lift. She's also the owner of CrossFit LT in Mesa. And she and I are doing a Together We Shred together, which starts on August 10th. So Angela's going to tell you who she is and what she does. And we're going to get a little bit into, what the shred's about and how you can join us. So Angela, how's it going? Poor Angela tested in the car, and now she's like at home, and so we've done a little jerry rigging here. So she's holding her phone in her hand, so we'll let her off the hook with that. So hey, Angela, tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Angela, and my husband and I own a CrossFit gym in Mesa, and we've owned it for about 5 years now. And really, health and nutrition and fitness has been such a passion of ours. And I think what we've noticed lately, especially with the quarantine, is everybody's just kind of in a little bit of a funk, right? Routines have
A
been
little crazy, right?
right.
Crazy times.
Right, exactly. Our normal is not what we expect to be normal anymore. And so that's really where Nourish and Lift Nutrition came about. Outside of just our experience of having our clients come into the gym and give their best hour of their day and try their hardest, and then, still feel a little frustrated that they aren't feeling as good as they thought they should, or maybe performing at the gym as well as they thought they should, or maybe losing, those 10 extra pounds or putting on muscle, whatever it is. And so that's when I decided to really educate myself on the nutrition piece. And then again, like I said, quarantine really just kind of kicked off Nourish and Lift Nutrition so that I can help with really nutrition, but also mindset is a big part of what we do as well. And I just live every day to help everyone be their best self.
So I love what Jacqueline said, and I forget if it's king or queen, but basically nutrition is king and fitness is queen, or the other way around. That I've been a trainer for 36 years, and I can go ahead and train you all day long, but if you go home and eat bonbons, then you're kind of out of luck. And I think that COVID has made it challenging because we haven't been able to exercise, present company included, like we normally would when we were having these challenges. So if you're eating kind of off and you're not exercising, you're still gaining weight. So, I've definitely, with my dad's death and throughout COVID, I'm softer and again put some pounds on, not a lot comparatively to some people, because I have a nutrition program that keeps me from doing that. But I think if your nutrition's off and your exercise is off, then this is when you're putting on 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds during COVID.
Right.
And it's a really great opportunity to take a look at that and see how the two things work together, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, my husband's famous line is, you can't eat yourself out of a bad diet. You just can't. So
yeah,
really our diet, it's all about how we're feeling too, right? Again, you can go to the gym and work as hard as you can in that hour, but if we're not fueling our bodies the way that we need to, you're not going to feel great. Your energy is going to be low. And so there's all of that. And
it's all of it, right?
Mentioned, without having access to a gym, it's very easy for us to say, give ourselves excuses to why do something. It's really
so we've gone together to do the Together We Shred challenge, which starts on the 10th, right?
Yeah.
And so tell everybody a little about what that is, and then we'll talk about how people can sign up.
Yeah. So it's a 4-week challenge, you guys. And what's great is you don't even have to be local here in Arizona to participate. It is a 4-week challenge where I help you focus on nutrition, what you're putting into your body, exercise. I have different exercises that we can do from home with minimal equipment or no equipment, and it's progressive. So each week I take up, we can say, increase your activity level and also really focus on your macronutrients. And what's really exciting is people who are signing up today are getting access to our private Facebook group, and they're getting a kickstart. So there's lots of resources and files in that group that you can look at. So you can say, okay, these are the things I need to do, or really just kind of wrap your head around what the next 4 weeks is going to look like. Every week you'll check in on the private Facebook group, and based on how your body's responding to the prior week, I will then suggest what your following week will look like. And also in that group, you'll find there's a lot of support. There's a lot of accountability, which is big right now, and just resources to help us all stay on track.
So people can just go to togetherweshred.com, and we just forwarded the site over there this afternoon, and I checked it's working. And you can sign up. It's $50 to join, but there is a cash bonus, right?
Yeah, so I basically will just depend that cash bonus on however many people we sign up. It's a cash pot. If you're here locally, that $50 does include your in-body scan that will happen this Saturday at the gym from 8 to 9. We'll do a before, and then we'll do another scan at the end, which is really exciting because we'll be able to see the changes.
I really love the in-body scan machine. I did it before my last bikini competition. And what's really cool is I could see that I went from 22 to 19. Now my goal by December is to be at 15, and my goal by the next show is to be at 12. So how I know that I'm there is by going to an in-body scan machine and finding that out. So I love that you have one. If those of you who haven't done an in-body scan, you stand on a platform, you hold two handles. It's the one you've got, right?
Yep.
And it basically measures your body fat percentage, your muscle percentage, and the amount of water in your body, which for me is a huge deal because I tend to get inflamed. And when I'm inflamed, I retain a lot of water. So it's really good for me to watch my inflammation and my water retention decrease, and how that, once the water's out of me, how much of that is muscle and how much of that is fat. And then when you're for those of you who know what ketosis is, when you're in ketosis and you're actually using fat for fuel, you're eating properly and your body's functioning properly, you're going to watch that fat decrease and the muscle increase. And it's so much fun to watch it when you actually have an instrument that's measuring exactly what it is. So I love that you're in Arizona. I'm going to be over there. It's between 8 and 9.
8 and 9. Yep.
8 and 9, and it's at 6056 East Baseline Road, number 129 in Mesa. I'm going to be doing a live video from there. Okay, I don't know whether I'm brave enough to share my scan or not because I my ego's involved here. But maybe I get to see how China got in COVID. I don't know. Tune in. I might share it with you. But the good news is I'm also going to share the after. The after is going to be me closer to 15%. I don't think I'll get there in a month, but I'm definitely going to do my best. You never know. I mean, it depends on how far out of the ballpark I am right now. Okay, let's be honest. So
just finished up. I had people losing 6%, 5% body fat and building muscle. That's what we want to do, right? The more muscle we have,
100%.
Follow the program, you will get results, and there's a lot of resources and support in the group. So
yeah, it's so awesome. So a large part of my team is going to be doing this with you. So I'm super excited about that, and we'll be using my nutrition partners products, but also it's not contingent upon those particular products or not. You can use whatever products you want. So tell people what macros are, because people are like, what macro? What are you talking about? A lot of people don't know what macros are. So what are they?
So macros really just macronutrients, right? It's where we focus on how many carbs, fats, and proteins we're putting into our body to make sure that we have a well-balanced diet. 2,000 calories is not 2,000 calories, whether I'm eating a bag of chips or, let's say, protein. And
so yeah, you cannot live on chips alone. It's such a bummer, but it's just so.
All right.
So for me, when I'm on my nutrition program and I am on point, what I always find, and I'm always surprised by, is I'm always low on fat.
Yeah.
So if you're in my age category, okay, in your late 40s, early 50s, we were taught no fat.
Yeah.
And so it's so embedded in my mind, no fat and no carbs, right? So if you don't eat fat carbs, what does that leave?
Right.
So you have to eat carbohydrates to have your brain function.
Right.
Okay, and you need to eat fat to be able to adequately burn fat. I know it sounds crazy. You got to eat fat to burn fat. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. And then you have to eat the right amount of protein in order to get your body into that sweet spot where you're actually using all the things you don't need in your body for fuel, as opposed to chewing up your own muscle and cannibalizing yourself, right?
Exactly. And that's what I would say. Most of us are not eating enough, and protein is by far not where it needs to be. That's what we need to build. That's what we need to have for to be able to build our muscles. So, but I have all the tips and tricks in the Facebook group. I would say and before, track your sign up today. There are some things that I would recommend you start doing to prepare for the challenge, because I don't want you feeling overwhelmed when we kick off on Monday.
So when you sign up for the challenge, is there a place to put notes to say who refers you to the challenge? I haven't signed up yet.
You'll just click on the link, put in your information, pay. It will automatically direct you guys to the private Facebook group that we have set up for Together Thread. And then please, there's videos, anything, send a message to me. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help and support and make sure you have everything you guys need to be successful.
So anybody listen to this, if you decide to sign up, you can send a message to me and or Angela, okay, and let them know that this is a Relentless special, and I will send you over something super special, and Angela's going to treat you super, super, super cool. She's going to spend extra Relentless energy on you. So just send over, once you've signed up, send me over a message, and I'll over something extra special, and Angela will pay attention to you just because, you know, you're a relentless person. You're just dang relentless. So just let me know if you've signed up or not so I can support you. So the question today was, what do you do to choose life?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you know, listening to your conversation, it really is about choice and mindset, right? You know, my words that come out of my mouth, I feel like every single day are, the good news is, let's say I get a flat tire. The good news is I'm close to my house. The good news is I'm not
Right.
freeway, right? Or it could always be worse. Those things I tell myself constantly when there's a frustration or a stress in my life. But for me also is finding out what makes me happy. You know, I'm no different than anybody else, especially right now. We're getting a lot of thrown at us, a lot of stress, a lot of wrenches thrown into our plans. And it's about finding what makes us happy. And it could be something small. For me, it's sitting outside for 5 minutes while I eat my lunch, or working out is my kind of sanity space. There's no wrong or right. It could be sitting on your bed and staring at the ceiling for 5 minutes. Whatever that is for you, find out what that is and make sure you do it. You know, especially when you feel overwhelmed, especially when you feel stressed, take that 5 minutes to go do something that gives you some joy, and finding the joy in everything, right? Like the birds chirping, or when you eat slowly and mindfully and really just taste those foods. I mean,
You know, I'm thinking you're bringing up some good things about slowing down. I think sometimes when we get our gears get going, they get going so fast that we stop, that it just shuts us down, and then we're just at a standstill.
Yeah.
So sometimes for me, just stopping and saying, you know what, Michelle, this is the best you got right now, and you just got to slow down. Yesterday, in the middle of moving my office, I'm like, you know what? I haven't eaten all day. Duh.
Yeah.
Right? So I sat and I just really let myself have an extended lunch because I had been running since 5 o'clock in the morning. And that's my tendency. I tend to just, grind, Sometimes the grind is just a bad idea. You need to stop and just relax for a second. I think that's really, and notice that there's birds chirping.
Yeah.
You know, like here's where my are and the birds are chirping for sure.
Right.
I don't know, there might be birds in heaven, but I wouldn't have a chance of like missing out on chirping birds because it's, it's pretty important.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Pretty important.
To your point, there's a lot of people in all of our lives that are here willing to support, or even if it's a stranger, there's a lot of support systems out there to help you. And I think
100%. And you listening to this, if you send me a private message and you just want to vent, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? I'll either, sit down and chat with you and talk it out, or I'll refer you to somebody to get some help, because it's important to have people that you can reach out to. Because I think sometimes when we get stuck in that place, we think, and let me tell you something, you gym owners are going through some flipping hell right now, okay? And my heart is breaking for all of you, having had a brick and mortar location myself on occasions. Being a business owner is not for the faint at heart. To be a business owner in the fitness industry right now with a brick and mortar is a huge thing. I commend you for finding creative, out of the box ways to connect with people. And Together We Shred is like a really great way to do it. I'm really proud of you guys, because it's very easy when we get in this place where it's like, screw it, right?
Yeah.
but you've got employees and you got a lease. It doesn't say in the lease, hey, if a pandemic hits, you're out of this.
Right. Exactly. And I think
You
too,
can't just simply shut your doors.
right. And a lot of people, like you said, rely on us. And I think the other one more thing I'd like to mention is we need to be kinder to ourselves. Just because we have a bad day, whether it be at the gym or at work, or maybe losing patience with our kids, or even with our
Yeah.
every day is a new day. So if you get off track, it's okay. It happens. That's what life is. It's ups and downs. It's now we're going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to put our best foot forward and learn what we from the previous day. So that's another thing too that I think is super big.
Well, we beat the shit out of ourselves.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, really, you know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly in my head trying to level up, right? And there's a good part about being that kind of person, but there's also a bad part about being it, because when you're constantly trying to level up, you don't give yourself a break.
Right.
And everybody needs to give themselves a break right now. Like, I've accepted slower progress right now, and acceptance is the key to all of my problems usually.
Yeah. And
You
patience.
know what I mean? Absolutely. So Angela, I'm super excited about this shred. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there on Saturday with my bells on, and I'm super excited to work with you. I'm super proud of you and your husband for really, honestly, stepping up and doing something different and partnering with Trisha and Together Strong and Choose Healthy Change and the other groups that are partnering with you. I think it's really awesome when people realize that you can take several different types of businesses and collaborate, which is what we're doing. My company is collaborating with your company, is collaborating with a bunch of other companies to do what is the most important thing, which is to lift up and encourage others to discover their best.
Yes.
I mean, that's really what we do.
Right. Right.
The best health, the best joy, and the best abundance on every level possible. So, Angela, I'm super proud of you. I'm glad that we've met, and we actually have met. We've spoken on the phone, but it's kind of cool to remember. This was the second time that Angela and I have actually spoken face to face. Not that we're really face to face, but we're Zoom to Zoom, we're Be Live to Be Live. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, and I'm going to give you a big elbow bump.
Yes.
I'll give you a double elbow bump, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait till we can just grab a hold of people and hug them again. It's just really darn annoying to not be able to just grab people and hug. And Fausto is saying good luck on your business and hope you remain open.
Yes, thank you. We are stronger than we were ever before, so we're doing great.
Now I'm going to go grab Mr. Fernandez, and I can't pronounce his name correctly. I'm going to look at my notes again. I told him before, Fausto. I'm going to have him tell me the name again. It's terrible. So he's an artist here in Phoenix, and he's really an amazing artist. So do take a look at some of the work. I have some examples of his work to show, and he's done amazing public work in the Phoenix airport. So definitely tune back in a couple of minutes when I go over and get him. Thanks, Angela. We'll see you Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday.
Take care. Bye.